Hey, this is Andrew Jones. You're watching On Deck with Tyler.
Hey guys, Mike Nevers here. You're watching On Deck with Tyler Redmond.
Hi, this is Phil Necro. You're watching On Deck with Tyler Redmond.
This is Mark the Banks. I'm on deck. Tyler Redmond.
Welcome in On Deck. I'm Tyler Redmond. As always, make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell for notifications so you can stay up to date with all things Braves baseball. Also, you can follow me on social media. I'm Tyler Redmond at BubblegumJesus. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. So, the Braves took on the Mets in Game 2 of the series last night, and the Braves turned to none other than Touki Toussaint to take the mound to make a start. And I thought this was a good and interesting choice. You know, you never really know what you're going to get out of someone who moves from the bullpen down to AAA, possibly get a start here and there. You never really know what you're going to get. And it was a little bit shaky, not going to lie, but I thought Touki had a great night. And if he pitches like that down the stretch, I have no problem with bringing him back and getting another start. I think he certainly earned it. He didn't pitch long enough to get the win, only through 4, but he gave the Braves 4 innings, scoreless, and only gave up 3 hits and 3 walks. I thought he did pretty good. Plus, he picked up 5 strikeouts. I thought he did pretty good, All of Braves country was sitting right there rooting for him. They were curious how this was going to go. Twitter was lighting it up with, did Touki earn another start? If you want my answer, the answer is yes. Check me off the yes column. So, Touki, the one thing I will say that he probably needs to work on, I think we all know, they mentioned it a few times in the broadcast last night, he's got to work on left-handed hitters. He seemed to tear through righties, but left-handed gave him trouble. Either they hit him or they walked against him. So hopefully he'll be able to remedy that pretty soon. And hopefully he doesn't face a lineup full of lefties. But Luke Jackson would follow Touki Toussaint. He would give up the only run of the night in the 5th inning. And Tomlin would follow Luke Jackson. He would pitch the rest of the 5th inning, and then the 6th inning and the 7th. And he just shut down the Mets offense in long relief. No hits, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. That is just the Josh Tomlin that we have been accustomed to. Really good in long relief. But he looked really good last night. Hopefully we'll see more of that down the stretch. I really liked it. A.J. Minter looked really good last night. He only gave up 1 hit, no walks, and 2 strikeouts in 1 inning of work. The 9th belonged to Darren O'Day, who gave up no hits and a walk. And the final ball would be caught by none other than Ronald Acuña, which is so fitting because it was only yesterday that I was talking about how he's been struggling this year at the plate. And I read off his stats. I read off what everybody's been saying. And I said that I've sort of, shied away from talking about it because I knew he was going to have a breakout night any day now. Sure enough, that day was yesterday. And he had a double and a homer. We're going to get to it in a minute, tell you how it happened. But, wow. He's an elite guy. Hopefully this will be a sign of things to come. But you know what? Let's talk about the Braves offense last night. In the 1st inning, Marcell Ozuna would get off to an early start, hitting his 3rd homer on the year. That would be a 2-run homer, getting the early lead off Michael Wacha. In the 2nd inning, Tyler Flowers would double, driving in Dansby Swanson, 3-0 Braves. After that, Acuña would double, driving in Tyler Flowers, 4-0 Braves. Albies would single, driving in Ronald Acuña, 5-0 Braves. And later in the 5th inning, the Mets would strike back on Luke Jackson. Robinson Cano hits a sac fly as Brandon Nimmo scores, 5-1 Braves. But the Braves bring it right back. Inciarte just pokes one through the 1st and 2nd baseman, driving in Dansby Swanson, 6-1 Braves. And in the 6th, Acuña would homer finally to make it 7-1. And if you didn't see his reaction, go look up the highlight. Just go look up the highlight. You'll see him running around the bases. He loses his helmet before he ever gets to first base. He runs around. He stutter steps around third, and he gives a curtain call when there's nobody in the stands. I thought it was really fun to see, and it's so good to see him actually enjoying baseball again, because we all know when he enjoys baseball, we typically do too. So it's really good to beat a division rival in the New York Mets. It's always good to beat a division rival, but last night was a little bit better. Here's why. The Braves beat the Mets without using an ace. They didn't use Mike Soroka. They didn't use Max Fried. They didn't have to send Newcomb out there. They didn't have to use multiple. Really, they didn't use a lot of pitchers last night. I know it seems like they might have, but they really didn't. They used Touki. They used Luke Jackson. They used Josh Tomlin. They used A.J. Minter, and they used Darren O'Day. Now, the Braves bullpen is so full. Think about it. They didn't use Melanson, they didn't use Shane Green, and they didn't use Chris Martin last night. who are typically your 7, 8, 9. They didn't use any of those guys. So that's how full the Braves bullpen is. But they beat the New York Mets without using an ace. And finally, we're hopefully going to see the Acuña we've come to know and love over the past couple of years. So those are the two best things out of this game. But also, the Braves, all the while, are now in first place. They're technically tied with the Marlins, who had the same winning percentage as the Braves. But as we all know, the Marlins are down with the coronavirus, and I don't know how else to say it, but we're going to talk about that more in just a second. They're in first place, though. They have a 4-game winning streak. Hopefully tonight they'll be able to make it 5, as Kyle Wright will take the mound. I'm looking to see Kyle Wright make a quality start tonight. 5 innings, 3 runs or less. Hopefully that'll happen. He's taking on David Peterson. That's at 1:10 p.m. It's probably right around the time this video is going to be uploaded, so hopefully you're watching the game with me. But let's hope we see a quality start out of him, and that we can move to a 5-game winning streak. But we're going to move back real quick to the Marlins. I've been promising you guys I'm going to hit this, so I'm going to hit it right now. How do I feel about the possibility of MLB shutting down? You know, the Marlins went down, I want to say, with 14 or 17 players. And my opinion on it is we have a 60-man player pool. We have that for a reason. I don't know why we're talking about shutting down baseball after we've restarted and we've set these standards and now we're not following them. I think if the Marlins or another team, whoever it may be, can't follow that protocol of strict staying in the house, and you have an outbreak like this, however it happens, I think you have to move to your player pool, and you have to play those players. I think that solely falls on that team. I know they're going to have to play double headers to get it back, and I know that's going to be a challenge, but at the same time, you can't just, that impacts other teams too. So I really think it's not a punishment, but it's a consequence. You haven't seen another team have an outbreak like this within baseball. And I think it's unfair to delay other teams' games. With the Marlins, you have a 14-man outbreak. There's a 60-man pool. I don't see why you don't pull up those players. You quarantine anybody who's been exposed, and you bring up players to play. That's why they're there. That's why we've said they're there. I don't understand that. I know that there's been talk about shutting down baseball. I just don't see that happening. I don't think that makes any sense. And that's my thought there. I don't know why we're not using 60-man player pool. Again, we planned for this. Let's stick to the plan. But that's all I got for today. That's my thought on that. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell for notifications so you can stay up to date with Braves baseball. Also, again, follow me on social media, Tyler Redmond, at BubblegumJesus on Twitter and Instagram. That's all I got for today. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comment section. Let me know what you think about how the Braves have been doing. Let me know what you thought about Touki Toussaint's start last night. And let me know if you're finally excited that Ronald Acuña is back to being Ronald Acuña. And also, of course, let me know what you think about coronavirus. I'll talk about it with you if you really want to. That's all I got for today, though. Hit me up in the comment section. I'll see you later on deck.